Here at the Louisiana Ecological Forestry Center, our approach to wildlife management starts with habitat. Most wildlife habitat in Louisiana and across the Southeast exists on private land. When wildlife populations decline, it's usually not because of predators or pressure, it's because the habitat can no longer support them. The longleaf pine ecosystem is one of the most wildlife-rich systems in North America. When it's managed correctly, it provides everything wildlife needs to thrive. A healthy longleaf system has an open canopy, a diverse ground cover of native grasses and forbs, and regular disturbance, primarily through fire. Fire is one of the most important tools we use. It suppresses woody encroachment, recycles nutrients, and allows sunlight to reach the forest floor. That sunlight drives the growth of native plants, which form the foundation of the entire system. When habitat is functioning the way it should, wildlife responds. Species like deer, turkey, quail, squirrels, and a wide range of songbirds all benefit from the structure created in a well-managed longleaf system. At the Leaf Center, we improve habitat by actively managing the understory. This includes prescribed fire, mechanical treatments, and targeted herbicide use. Prescribed burning is essential in longleaf systems. We typically burn our stands on a 2 to 3 year rotation to maintain an open understory and prevent hardwood encroachment. Fire reduces dense woody growth, exposes the soil, and stimulates the native grasses and forbs that wildlife depend on. It also increases insect activity, which is a critical food source for many bird species. After each burn, we see a clear improvement in habitat quality as the system resets and begins producing again. In areas where fire alone isn't enough, we use mechanical treatments such as bush hogging or mulching. These tools are especially useful for knocking back thick mid-story and overgrown areas, allowing us to reintroduce sunlight and prepare the site for future burns. Mechanical work isn't a replacement for fire, but it's an effective way to get a site back into a condition where fire can do its job. We also use targeted herbicide applications to control invasive species and unwanted woody plants. Invasive species like Chinese tallow, privet, and Kogon grass can quickly take over a site and outcompete native vegetation. By controlling these species, we protect the integrity of the system and allow native plants to recover and thrive. Thinning heavily wooded stands is another key practice. Dense forests often block sunlight from reaching the ground, limiting plant growth and reducing habitat quality. By opening up the canopy, we allow sunlight to reach the forest floor, which promotes native grasses, forbs, and shrubs. This creates the food, cover, and structure that wildlife actually depend on. Thinning also improves tree health and sets the stage for more effective prescribed fire. At the Leaf Center, we apply these practices across the property through a variety of habitat improvement projects. One example is our pollinator habitat work. We've established 13 pollinator sites across the property, totaling roughly 10 acres. Each site was prepared through a combination of herbicide treatments, prescribed fire, and disking to reduce competing vegetation and improve the seedbed. These areas were then planted with regionally appropriate native seed mixes provided by Quail Forever. These sites support pollinators while also providing valuable habitat for birds and other wildlife. We also actively manage habitat for the red-cockaded woodpecker. We currently maintain 6 recruitment sites, 2 of which are occupied. These sites are managed by controlling dense woody understory through a combination of herbicide, mechanical treatments, and regular prescribed fire. Maintaining an open structure is critical for this species. In addition, we create and maintain wildlife edges throughout the property. These transition zones between different habitat types are highly productive areas that provide food, cover, and movement corridors for a wide range of species. We also establish small food plots in strategic areas to supplement natural forage and provide additional browse, particularly for deer. These are used as a complement to habitat management, not a replacement for it. All of these practices work together. There's no single tool that fixes everything. Habitat management is about using the right combination of treatments over time to maintain a healthy, functioning system. When you manage habitat the right way, you're not just improving your land, you're building something that will support wildlife for generations to come. Thank you for supporting our mission.